Hi everyone, and welcome to F-Bomb Friday. I am your host, Tracy Preston, along with my husband, Todd. Hey, hun.
Hey, baby.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
Let's hit it. Michigan has a rich history of lighthouses, more than any other state. We have a total of about 129 of them. Now, these beacons were crucial for guiding ships transporting goods and passengers across the Great Lakes, playing a vital role in the state's maritime history. Many of these historic structures are still open to the public as museums or historical sites, offering a glimpse into their past and the lives of lighthouse keepers. The old Presque Lighthouse in Michigan's upper eastern lower peninsula is one of these structures. Situated in Presque Isle, which is French for almost an island, and overlooking Lake Huron. The old Presque Isle Lighthouse is one of the oldest on the Great Lakes. The lighthouse was built in 1840 and was operational until it closed in 1871, when a new lighthouse was erected just about 1 mile north. The old lighthouse was then discontinued and abandoned after 31 years of operation. The government later acquired the property and then sold it at auction in 1897. Although the lighthouse had a short lifespan of just over 30 years of operation, many people have experienced strange occurrences, paranormal activity, and ghost sightings for more than 100 years. There are 2 spirits that are said to haunt this historical Michigan site. The story of the first ghost is a tragic one, a tale of love and betrayal, and of unfortunate death. The old Presque Isle Lighthouse stood tall on the shores of Lake Huron, its beam cutting through the darkness like a scythe. For years, it guided ships safely to shore, a beacon of hope in the treacherous waters. The lighthouse keeper lived in the keeper's dwelling with his wife. She was a beautiful woman with a smile that could light up the darkest room. The keeper himself, well, that was a different story. He was a man consumed by his own desire, and his love for his wife had long since faded. As the years passed, the keeper grew increasingly distant from his wife. His attention was drawn to a younger woman in a nearby town. She was a siren, luring the keeper in with her charms. He would often sneak away from the lighthouse, leaving his wife alone for hours on end. But she was not just a helpless wife. She was a woman scorned, and she knew of her husband's infidelity. She had seen the way he looked at the other woman, how he smiled at her, and the way he whispered in her ear When he thought no one was looking, his wife's heart burned with anger and betrayal, and she vowed to make her unfaithful husband pay. One fateful night, the keeper's deception went too far. He locked his wife in the lighthouse tower, intending to spend the evening with his mistress. But as the hours ticked by, the wife's anger turned to desperation. She screamed and pounded on the door, but her cries were drowned out by the howling wind and the crashing waves. And then there was silence. The next morning, the keeper returned to the lighthouse, his smile faltering as he realized his wife was nowhere to be found. He searched the tower, the keeper's dwelling, and the surrounding grounds, but she was gone. Some say she was never seen again, her body lost to the depths of Lake Huron. Others claim that on stormy nights you can still hear her screams echoing through the tower. Some claim to have seen her ghostly figure in the tower, her long golden hair, her eyes black as coal, searching for the husband who betrayed her. Now, the story of the next ghost is less dramatic, but nonetheless just as haunting. In the 1990s, George Paris and his wife moved into the museum and scheduled tours for locals and tourists. George eventually passed away, but not of any mysterious circumstance or tragic suffrage of ill intent. No, George had died from a heart attack. But after his passing, the light in the lighthouse tower would come on by itself at dusk and turn itself off by itself at dawn. And the crazy part of it, the light still comes on and off by itself, even though it has been disabled for many years. Many witnessed this firsthand. Some visitors who climb to the top of the tower and take pictures claim to see a face staring back at them from inside the light fixture. As mentioned earlier, the old Presque Lighthouse is still open to the public. And if you visit, here's what you'll find. The old lighthouse tower is 30 feet tall and 18 feet in diameter. Visitors can, with weather permitting, trek up the old stone spiral staircase up to the top where they can get a fantastic view of the Lake Huron shore. The former keeper's dwelling serves as a museum with a gift shop, and the new owners are more than happy to share with visitors the history and hauntings of the lighthouse. Nearby the lighthouse tower is a bell that once hung in the clock tower of Old City Hall at Lansing, Michigan's capital. Now, this bell weighs 3,425 pounds, making it quite a bit larger than Philadelphia's 2,080-pound Liberty Bell. Visitors are encouraged to ring the bell, which can be heard from quite some distance. There's also a set of stocks, not the kind for investing, but the kind for punishment, which offers a fun and unusual photo op for visitors. For the old Presque Lighthouse, the whispers of the past linger. And yet, for those who dare to listen closely, the whispers of ghostly apparitions and the faint scent of lantern oil hint that some stories remain untold, hiding in the shadows of this historic Michigan landmark. Now, I'm just going to say a couple things here, hon. 30 feet tall?
Yes, 30 feet tall. So it wasn't a very tall lighthouse. And it was one of the reasons why it was replaced by the one about a mile north, which they made that one taller. They put it on the opposite end. So it's on the north end of Presque Isle rather than south. And it made sense because there was more traffic on the water up there. And it was a lot easier to see.
Well, it seems like a stumpy lighthouse to me.
Pretty stumpy, yep.
And the other thing, that's a really heavy bell.
That is a heavy bell. I believe that was acquired in the 1890s, I want to say, when the old City Hall in Lansing was demolished. And a private person had bought it at auction and then moved it up to Presque Isle.
So where exactly is Presque Isle located?
So if you look at your hand as the map of Michigan, it would be your index finger.
So it has to be your left hand, right?
Yes.
All right, so left hand down and about the tip of the forefinger?
Yes.
Huh, interesting. You know, funny enough, I've never been on the east side of the UP in the Lower Peninsula.
No, I have not either. I think we should go. I think it would be fun to check out the lighthouse and, of course, the whole Presque Isle. There's lots of cool stuff there. I mean, the fees to go through the museum and through the tower is minimal. It's like $5 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be cool. I mean, I think lighthouses are cool. And one of the great things about Michigan is we are surrounded by water. So all the stuff that has to do with aquatics, lighthouses, shipwrecks, sea monsters, all that stuff, I just find so intriguing. I think it would be fun. We should make a trip of it.
We have a lot of trips to do.
We have a lot of trips to do.
Yeah. Now, I've been in several lighthouses, and I do love them. Now, the one that's in, where do we go? Grand Haven to go to the beach.
Yeah.
There's a lighthouse there, but I don't think you can get in it.
I don't think you can. And I've never been inside a lighthouse before. I think it would be really fun.
Oh, I've been in a few.
There's quite a few. I think you could actually tour. I was talking to a friend at work last night, and he said that he's been in several, and the cost to actually tour is about the same. It's about $5 wherever you go. So and all the money that is collected goes towards preserving, the lighthouse and to upkeep the museum.
True, and I will say that's absolutely about what I paid, is about $5. I had been in a lighthouse in Michigan on the West Coast. I want to say maybe up near, kind of close to Petoskey. I don't remember the name of it. And I've also been in one like in the Outer Banks in North Carolina, and they are cool. They all have a lot of history in there, pictures, historical documents, like you mentioned, pieces of ships that have wrecked. You have a lot of ship history that's in them. The thing that always trips me out is, like in this story, they have stone stairs, but in the lighthouses that I've been in, they're like a heavy, like steel or something, like heavily, like a real thick steel, and it's real narrow, and it goes round and round and round and round and takes you on up. And it's really cool. I love doing that. It's super fun. We definitely need to do that.
Yep. And I did want to mention that the keeper's quarters there in Old Presque, that's not the original. I believe it was 1930. They had to tear it down because it was deemed unsafe, and they rebuilt it. And now they rebuilt it in the same style as best as they could, but rather than just a one-story building, it's now a two-story building.
So was it separate from the lighthouse? Normally, it's inside the lighthouse.
Yes, it is a separate building. I want to say it's probably about 50 feet away from the tower.
I'm just going to say right now, I think the original lighthouse keeper, I don't think he locked his wife up there. I think he tossed her.
That's very possible. And it's a very similar story that we hear a lot in these old legends where there's been a wrongdoing, where somebody has hurt or punished or done something really bad to somebody to have this kind of thing occur, and it's a story that to learn from. I'm not sure that there's any truth to the story, but the meaning behind the story, I think, is what was intended was don't be a dick. Don't be a dick to people. it's a simple frame of mind. Don't be a jerk, and then bad things won't happen.
That's the moral of the story. Don't be a big fat jerk. Don't go cheating on your wife and locking her up in the lighthouse, or
Right.
saying that you locked, quote unquote, I locked her in the lighthouse. No, you didn't.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. Yeah. I don't like them.
And this other gal in town, she's a floozy.
Yeah, you know the guy's married.
Right.
I mean, do you want to be a lighthouse keeper's wife that bad? They can't make a lot of money. Let's just put it that way.
Right.
I mean, it's free room and board, right?
Free room and board.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you get.
Yep. You gotta paint and make sure that light is good and polish the light fixture and all that.
And you didn't even get to ring the bell because the bell wasn't there yet.
Yeah, so poo on you. I don't think I know of any lighthouses that have a bell.
No, I don't think I know of any either.
So there's that.
And then, of course, there's the stocks, which is a fun addition, too. And they have those up at the fort, which makes sense at Fort Mackinac because it was a fort. So why would you have stocks at a lighthouse?
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
And George Paris, seemingly he died of natural causes, but maybe something gave him a heart attack.
Maybe wife number one.
Right.
He woke up and she was over him and he just freaked out and had a massive heart attack. Boom, done.
Yep.
I get
Scared.
it. It would be scary.
Yep.
Yeah, and all she really wanted was to tell him what happened. She wasn't trying to hurt him.
Yeah, she wanted to go, have you seen my husband?
He's a cheating son of a bitch.
That low-life mofo?
Mm-hmm. I need revenge.
Yes.
Yeah. Great story, hon. I love lighthouses.
Yeah, me too.
You want to sign us out, hon?
Sure do. You better lock your doors. You better lock your windows. And you might want to check under your bed.
And if I see that cheating mofo under that bed, I'm going to do to him what he did to his wife. I'm going to haul him up there, and I'm going to give him a good old kick right off that 30-foot tall lighthouse. Boom. Done.
Boom. Into the lake.
Yeah, then I can free that woman's spirit. I got him. Now you deal with him in the afterlife.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's probably already there, but whatevs. I'll do it again. So thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everybody. And we will see you again on Malice Monday.
See you on Monday.